Hello, good evening. Welcome from the three of us, Mike and I and Sandy. Thank you for listening and thank you for sitting with us and being part of the conversation. Why are we still doing this? Well, personally, I'm learning a bit from our conversations, reminding ourselves of tools we've got. And also it's really heartwarming to see the people who, our friends and family who've been feeding back to us that this has been of some value, which is why we're doing it. We just want to keep the conversation going. Also I wanted to keep it going too because I know mental health services are at a very high demand at the moment, and Mike is a mental health professional as a psychologist, so if there's strategies that he can pass on, then that's fantastic because we need someone to talk to and we need someone to listen as well. So, and we are in the midst of a global pandemic, so...
And, we've just had another big shutdown in Victoria. Borders are shut, so here we go again.
Yeah. So let's look at, I said it was about cultivating calm tonight, and how we can do that over the next 6 weeks for Victorians and beyond. So let's firstly check in. So Mike, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. I'm a homebody anyway, so I don't mind being at home that much. But what has been good is I've had a little bit of work, so that's given me, another thing to have a kind of a purpose each day when I get up, and just exercising and being grateful for what we've got going on in our lives, and really just investing in my sort of physical health, so looking after how I'm going physically and feeling good about that. So I'm okay. A bit frustrated, but I'm okay. How are you?
Yeah, gosh, it depends on the moment of the day really, but I think, which you'll talk about in a moment, those strategies are helping me quite a bit. Get down, darling. With managing, I guess, my emotions during the day. So, let's talk about that. Okay, so how do we, she's distracting me a little bit, Sandy. So how do we cultivate calm when there is so much that's changing around us?
So I think it's stick to the knitting of the things we've talked about in the other videos, essentially. I think it's really important to recognise that we still have those three core needs. We have intellectual needs, social needs and emotional needs. And I think one of the best ways in dealing with those needs is to have structure in your day and a good routine for your day. I know it's hard when there's so much uncertainty as to what we're allowed to do and can do or can't do, but thinking about each day, what have I got planned for tomorrow? So planning each day ahead, what's on the agenda for tomorrow, what can I do, what can I control, what can I do that looks after me intellectually, such as reading or doing a bit of work. Socially, the fact that footy's back on and it's something to talk about, that's been really good in a footy tipping competition. And emotionally, I think just having a structure and a plan for each day helps me a lot. And also exercise is actually helping a lot too. And just sort of what we're doing for our physical health is really, I'm sleeping really well, and that's helping.
Yeah, I think with my looking at those points intellectually, I mean, I'm not working at the moment, but I'm reading a lot, and I'm actually reviewing what I'm reading, sort of getting into teacher mode. That's helping my brain disengage from a lot of what's happening. Also, emotionally, I'm prone to anxiety, so what really helps me is walks, and I'm getting into meditation, which I never thought I would, but that's really helpful. And also we've decided to go 2 months without alcohol, just because I found my isolation drinking as Evan's family remote learning was quite higher than usual, and I just needed something to just to change the pace. So we're all about tea now. We're all about having tea, and I'm sleeping better, and that's helping. And it's taking that sort of...
Hey, we're saving money.
Yeah, we're saving money. But it's taking that crutch away and it's replacing it for me with like a more healthy behaviour, which is awesome for me. And it's called calm and concentration too. Calm and concentration. Okay, so, and yes, socially connecting and being honest and open and being a listener, and also showing great empathy. I think, you know, we talk about kindness, and I like the whole concept of kindness, but how do we action that? Well, we can action that, I know for me, by being a better listener and being more empathetic towards people, because people need someone to listen to them, not just someone to reply. So that for me is going well. So ISO fatigue, what is it, and how does gratitude play a part in dealing with this?
So ISO fatigue is just the fatigue with this whole thing. We're all a bit over it. We're all frustrated. We're all feeling a bit numb and annoyed and irritated, and all these different emotions coming and going. And now because we're in the next lockdown, all that's coming up again. But I think one of the things that can help with ISO fatigue is taking a focus on gratitude. And I know that sounds a little bit wishy-washy or fluffy, but the whole premise of gratitude is to focus on the things that leave you feeling good, whereas ISO fatigue is a preoccupation with things that are making us feel bad. So gratitude, focusing on what makes us feel good. What are we happy with in our lives? What are the things that are giving us joy and meaning and just, you know, satisfaction? So, and a part of that is also recognising, despite the frustrations, despite the kind of ham-fisted management of a lot of things that are going on politically, there's a lot of things that are good. We don't have thousands of people dead. We don't have pop-up malls in city parks. We don't have, as far as I know, I don't even know anyone who knows anyone that's even had the virus, let alone that's lost a friend or a family member. You know, in some parts of the world, people can't get social isolation other than sort of sitting in different parts of trees. Like literally in, I think in India, that people couldn't get back to their home village and they had nowhere to go. So you have that branch and I'll have this branch to keep distance, and that was all they could do. You know, we're stuck at home with Netflix. Like, we've got a lot to be grateful for despite what's going on. And I think just focusing on the things that we can be appreciative of, and just take stock of the things that give us joy and happiness in our lives, and paying regular attention to those things and being mindful of those things will really help sort of shift the balance in where our energy goes from being annoyed and angry to actually feeling a bit better and a bit lighter. And there's no quick fix to what's going on. It's just every day practicing that routine of being grateful for the things that are good.
So the last question is, how do we move gently into the next phase and not get caught in catastrophizing?
Well, case in point, I've got a really big job. Signed the contract yesterday, and now we've got borders shut. Signed a contract yesterday to go to Canberra in August, and it's worth a lot of money, and I don't know if I can go. I don't know if the borders will be open. If they're not, I don't know if I'll get special permission because of the people I'm doing the work with. I don't know. But I can't control it. And so really all I'm trying to do is not plan too far ahead. I'm just sort of taking it a week at a time, a day at a time, because it's changing every day and every week. So just deal with what is as it comes up. And one of the things I think we could really be mindful of not doing is putting an end date on what's going on. We don't know when there's going to be a vaccine. We don't know how long this is going to go for. This could be, you know, globally the thing's still going up. So we just need to be really patient with what is, and not get too far ahead of ourselves in terms of our planning and our goals and those sorts of things beyond what we can immediately control in our sort of immediate home environment.
I think something you said there about, like, for you, like having things maybe cancelled is what's happening for you. But I guess in terms of, what was the question again? In terms of not get caught in catastrophizing, at my level, and what I'm doing is I'm really careful the conversations I'm having with people. I'm also, you know, I put stuff up on social media, but anything that people want to engage in that's alarmist or, you know, wanting to tell me facts, I'll read them in my own time. And I even said to a friend today when she asked my opinion on something, I just said, I'll read that later, because I think I've said before in the videos, I don't read it often during the day. I don't like to be bombarded. I don't like to be incredibly up to date to the minute. I take what is important and relevant to us, and I just put the rest over there, because I want our family and this time to be calm. Our boys are pretty excited. They've got another week of holidays off, which is funny because I keep apologising for how much we're not doing. But, you know, I just want to be calm, and I think I can control the way I react to that.
Yeah. So we've covered a lot of things in the other videos, and this is really kind of just a reminder around the tools that everybody's got, that we've got, you've got.
I think we all need the reminders.
You know, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves in what the future's going to be. We know this will end. Is it next month, next year? I don't know. We've just got to deal with what comes as it comes, and focus on just making sure that, you know, into having structure and purpose in your life. And every day think about 2 or 3 goals you want to set for yourself the next day. So you're thinking about, like you would with work, tomorrow what am I doing? I've got to get up, I've got to do this, I've got to go there. Do the same thing, even if it's just on the things that you control in your immediate home environment, so that you're satisfying an intellectual need, you're reading, you're studying, I'm doing some research. Social, you're connecting, you stay connected, and stay connected to listen, but also to be heard. And emotionally, do things that just help you feel good. Practice gratitude, exercise.
Have a laugh. We've been watching, all the television we've been watching is just funny, silly. And he was wetting himself laughing the other day over something. It was crazy.
But like, I've found the footy being back on incredibly cathartic. You know, yelling at the TV like "whoa" and all this sort of stuff. Yelling more at home than I would like at the footy, because it's just, I'm so glad the footy's on, you know. Now,
mindful of time, it's 13 minutes.
Okay. So thank God footy's back.
Let's keep the conversation going, and if you have any questions or anything you want to know, as I said, the mental health lines are pretty chockers at the moment, and it's handy having someone here to ask or redirect. I know it helps me, and I know it's helped quite a few people who've contacted us. So thank you for listening. We enjoy doing it. I've tried not to waffle too much. Okay, good night.